All right, brother. Enjoy.
I will see you in the YouTube.
Okay, brother. All right, brother. Bye-bye. All right, we're gonna go see what the day has in store for us. Hopefully not to get hit by anybody. Today is all about finding a good camping location. It is noon. A late start to the day, but I'm not planning on going real far. Well, there's the racetrack we were at the other day, and that's the sign. Couldn't get a good picture of the racetrack, but this was the road that those people on the scooters went down. I was curious about. Checking on the map, it looks like it's the back way of actually getting to, for the scooters to get to past the bamboo bridge, because I don't think the bamboo bridge only probably lets pedestrians. I could probably get by on my bicycle, but probably not scooters. So to get to the other side of the water, which is like a river inlet, this is the road, I do believe. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive. I see a lot of scooter tracks. Hello. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I'm on the back side of the track. Those are observatories for the track. What I was thinking was the bamboo bridge is at the bottom of that one, way over there. I was there for sunset the other day, but I didn't make it as far as the bamboo bridge. So this is the little dirt road that's in between the track on the backside. If you're on a scooter, this is the way to get to the other side. Went the extra little distance to get the bamboo bridge. Looks like they're repairing the slats on it right now. So normally there's, if you look at the pictures on Google Maps, there's bamboo slats running this way, but you can see that it is very sturdy. It has the appearance. It looks like they might also be running electrical. So this is the bamboo bridge. Under a little bit of construction right now, which is cool. Yeah, it looks like they're doing some repairs. Look, this is all fresh. So, well-needed repairs. Look at that. That's cool. And there's little stores on both sides. On this side, and also on this side. Looks like there's a viewpoint I'm going to go up to up there. Wow, I almost missed this. So that is Cigar Beach down there. And looks like they have a stage set up for, I'm assuming, like moon parties or something like that. You know, this has plenty of area with the natural amphitheater where you get actually, yeah, you got a natural amphitheater right there. And like I said, from my hostel, this place is probably only like 5 kilometers away. And I showed you how, ooh, this is nice, homie. A little broken glass, but I could totally, well, I would love to camp here. Set up the hammock, if I still had the hammock. Hell yeah. Looks like they had old bathrooms at one time. But if the rain hit too hard, you could shelter there. The only bad part is the wind. There's no go on that, homie. Wow, look at this. Some time and effort was put into making this. Concrete with all the rebar. That means, oh man, that is actually pretty well made. Wow. Yeah, this is awesome. I'm glad I didn't overlook this. Now the reason why I wasn't going to come out here, because the road ends at Cigar Beach right here, goes out and tees off. But I have to go back down the road this way to get back to go around this and to the beaches on the other side. So, but wow. This is crazy beautiful on this side. I'm so glad I didn't miss it. Ah, a little private beach. Looks like there was something down there. Yeah, there's an easy trail right here. I couldn't get my bicycle down there, but there's an easy walk with little steps right here. You can see the steps. So you could easily pack down your stuff. I could lock up my bicycle up here, pack my stuff down there, but I don't know. I don't know if there's nowhere to camp down there. High tide would probably get me. Wow, this is nice here. We'll go down and check out Cigar Beach. Cigar Beach. Yeah, unfortunately you can't camp under there because of the amount of cement that's falling from the roof. It's probably why it's no longer in use, is that's just a little too dangerous. You see where it broke through. Have something like that hit you in the head while you're sleeping, no fun. So there goes that idea. That reminds me, being by the sea and seeing this concrete structure falling apart. I remember one of my teachers, I'm not sure how true this was that was one of the reasons Alcatraz actually basically fell apart too and got into disrepair so fast. Is one is the salt water from the ocean and stuff eats away anything metal, you know, anything iron, you know, gets eaten away. But two is that they mix the concrete with salt water, and that causes that causes the shelf life of the concrete just to disintegrate, like after a few, you know, not as long as regular. So don't ever, they probably did the same here. They probably mixed the concrete with salt water and everything fell apart real fast. So, no, that's just what I heard. I'll have to Google it later. Old Professor Google. This is Cigar Beach. Wow, what a beautiful beach. Now, this is a tucked away little hidden paradise. Hey, brother. Wow. There's some toilets. That side of the mountain, the other side, that's Cigar Beach. And this is Serquit Beach. So just had to drive through a few areas backside of the racetrack right there. You can kind of see the sign. See the sign? We'll pull up to the beach, see how it is. Oh yeah, this is a nice beach. A little calmer. Like the waves are probably not as good for surfing, but absolutely no waves on this side. Wow. Probably if you have children and stuff, this would be a good one to come to. Because it looks shallow all the way out. And past that rock out there, you can see where the waves start breaking. Wow, this is nice. Alright guys, I think I had my fair share of exploring the beaches. Back on the road, homies. Strange. They all look like solar panel lights out here on the back side of the track. So I'm assuming at one time this was supposed to be a parking lot? Maybe? Kind of strange. I'm assuming you can do some camping there. Bring your RV back here. Yeah, this kind of thing. It's a good camp though. Like I said, these all look like ideas that just never came to fruition. You know, it's all right. Well, so I just got back on Google Maps just to kind of get my bearings straight of where I'm at. And this looks like this would be the best spot to camp, honestly. If you wanted a beach camp, because up a little further this road actually ends. I have to take a different road that swings out right. Well, left, excuse me. My left. And shoots off in that way back to like basically town. Well, it's still a racetrack. It's not really town because there's nothing there. But this looks like all good camping area. And this is the road I'm talking about. So this basically ends at this little cul-de-sac, this little roundabout here in a parking lot. So definitely a way in. See a quick circle. Way to that beach area back there, right through that gate. You don't need to park your cycles, you can just go. Let's do this real quick. And this is the last little spot at the end of the the road here right next to that parking lot. Looks like welcome to Litus? Litus? I don't know if that's supposed to be a G or no. There's a little lounge right here at the very end. Figure I just film it real quick. That's a nice little place. It's like a bar. Hey, brother. What's up? Yeah, here's a nice little hidden gem, guys. Look at this. You'd have this whole place to yourself. Well, not really. You're always going to find a few white people. Ah, yeah, this is a nice little beach area. Yeah, a few people know about it. Not many, yeah. Yeah, nice bar. Cool. I just want to get that on film. Ah, my bicycle's so tired it's laying down. Poor bicycle. Just like a dog peeing on a tree. All right, we're off and running again. This ride, I was just looking at Google Maps. This ride looks like it's going to be very nice. So yeah, this looks like it's a great weather. The sun's not like yesterday. The sun burnt me like a lobster. I only laid out in it by the pool for about half an hour. I was like, that's not enough to get suntan, because since this is mostly Muslim countries I've been going through, I've been keeping my shirt on and not bicycling without my shirt on, you know, just out of respect, cultural respect. I did the same thing in Japan during summer, no fun. But so I wanted to get a little tan, and half an hour I turned red. So anyway, that's enough about me. Back to the cows. Time to turn around. There's no opening right there. Google Maps was wrong about that, so I double back on myself. That wall just goes on forever. It's two separate roads and no way to access the main road from this little side road. That's okay, I wasn't that far out of the way. And I get to come back through all this beautiful area again. So you can see behind me, there's a lot of people, like just officers at the gates everywhere. And a lot of times they just let you pass. So, I mean, I only was turned away from one viewpoint. By the way, yeah, I got sidetracked by another squirrel. Man, I was like, oh, I want to check this place out. So, yeah, it's just a lot of people at gates that you can get by them. I don't know what they're necessarily controlling. Or if they're just here for security reasons. All right, uphill. There you go, Doug. You can see me going uphill now. Bukit, Merese. Follow the arrow. And there's where I came in at. Right there. Right there. This is the highest point. And it is beautiful out here. I'm making just a little farther. A little farther out. But I'm not going all the way out to that one. That's probably an awesome view out on that one. I'm just gonna make this one and call it a day. Ah, there's the bull. There's Daddy Bull. Don't want to mess with him. That one, he's got a little one. Alright, that's the high point I was just on. This view is way better on this part. Look at this. Wow. All right, I made it. And that right there is the outcropping I was just on. I went ahead and made it back to my bicycle and down the other side just so I could kind of point the ones out behind me. These are the beaches I was at earlier. There's that outcropping with like the bamboo bridge at the base of it, and I figured I'd make this one last one. So we went all the way through here, exploring all the beaches and stuff and back and around all this and up. So I think we had a pretty full day of exploration and seeing this. This is just awesome. It is getting past. It's about 20 minutes till 3. It's probably time to start hitting the road and thinking about finding a camp for tonight. I didn't get far, but I got a lot of beauty on this thing. All right, back at it, guys. That's the last squirrel I'm gonna chase. Squirrel! I hope. Well, here's that super blue, like lagoon type inlet that we were looking down on. Right behind me. You can see like where all the, you might see where all everybody's set up right there. Sorry, I got facial tracking on, so I'm gonna be dead center the whole time. Here, let's see if I can do that. There, it's done. Yeah, down. There's like a little undeveloped road trail. I wouldn't want to go down it. You can't go down on a vehicle, but with a bicycle, I was able to push it down. I wouldn't ride it down. And so we made our way up to the rich person's beach over here that has a hole in the wall, and all the poor people are on the outside. That's why I'm on the outside. Nah, it's just there's a back entrance into that area. I don't know why it'd be walled off unless it's like a private beach. That's why I said where all the rich people are hanging out. I don't know if it is a private beach, but it sure has an appearance of one. Yeah, no, there's plenty of holes in the walls. Whatever it was at one time, it's nothing. Could be just a seawall. You know, that's probably what it is. It's probably a seawall to stop the big waves from coming in and just destroying someone. Oh yeah, this is a nice little section. Hey brother!
How are you?
Good, good.
Good, yeah.
It's funny the contrast. This is all way touristy over here. And I mean, it's not like it's a hidden hideaway either. There's a lot of tourists right there. They're just all hiding from the sun. But yeah, like major like bar and stuff along this, that's a beautiful beach. I mean, I can see why it's touristy. But right next to them is a nice open area. Like you can see where their fence line ends. And that's where I begin. But yeah, look at this. I could camp right here. All open area. That's what I like about this area, is that there's just pockets of openness. It's not all overdeveloped. But then you get a little farther and I can see the bright colored umbrellas of more touristy spots. But look at this. But look right here. It'd be perfect for a little tent. And look at the view you'd have. Yeah. Transferring some water because this one liter water bottle is the right size for my water holder underneath my top bar. So I keep this one filled. Luckily, you can pick these up. They're a little more expensive. They're 10,000 instead of 6,000 for. This is like 6,000 or 7,000. This was 10,000, but this one fits in my water holder. And for energy, I just want to mention these. These are actually some of the best. People take, it's antigen. So antigen is mint, ginseng, and honey. royal jelly honey. These are used here for like fighting off a cold, but also like Adam even, you know, he takes it for the ginseng, just to make you feel better. Which is funny because he was buying it, I was buying it for energy, and then a local was like, that's for colds. And I'm like, well, it's ginseng, it makes you feel good. And then I saw Adam buying it, I was like, you got a cold? And he goes, no, I just take it for energy. So I wasn't the only one just taking it for energy. So these are awesome. They're about, you get five of them. I think 5 of them in a pack, and for like 20,000, so $1.20. And it says 1 gram of ginseng, but that seems high. So I'm not sure if that's 1 gram divided up between all 5 of them, but yeah, it's that seems a little too high for 1 package of. But anyway, yeah, that's where I get my energy for now. You know, these. If you're ever in Indonesia, pick them up. Those and charcoal pills. Well, I'm really tempted to camp right there on the beach. Find a tree to kind of get a little bit of shade. Like there, man, that looks so nice. But, I mean, it is that time too. Man, that looks so nice, that tree right there. That'd be a perfect spot. Yeah, this is just a little too busy of a beach for me. I mean, that little pocket of serenity amongst the heathens. I mean the tourists, amongst the tourists, not the heathens. I'm going to go farther, about 3.5 kilometers, almost 4 kilometers. It's going to get me out on a KUTA. It's a peak out there. And even though it is out on a peninsula, it'll take me a little farther out of the main road. I should give me more privacy where I'm not on such a touristy beach like this. That's a little quieter down here. Just had to go a little farther down. This is nice out here. This part's popular. Hey, brother! I have to get water if I'm going to camp tonight. So, waters and snacks, so that's what I'm here for. Alkmaar. So I didn't lie to you. I'm still looking for a spot to camp. I'm trying to picked up water, snack foods, had something to eat, something small from a street vendor there. And now I'm trying to just get away from the main part of town here. And I don't know if this goes through or not. Google Maps seems to think it does, but Google Maps ain't always right. Yeah, it looks like it's fine. Well, hidden part. Looks like I'm gonna have a hard hill to climb right here to get to where I want to go. You can't really see the trucks in the way, but that says evacuation route. So if it's evacuation route, that means I might be pushing my bicycle to get up that road. But you can kind of see it will take me out into the more of the open field area, and that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I was right. Evacuation route. Ooh, wow, look at that. Anyway, I made it to the top, guys. Just made it to the top. So I just got flat. So I pull out the camera and hope that this view pans out for me, because I mean, it's a little overgrown. Let's see. We'll find a spot. Anyway, we're on a mission for a camp spot. There is no choice. It's 427. This will be the last place I look. Okay, here we go. Here's a little viewpoint. And a business. Wow. Look at that. Now, this is called Sergo Atom Campground. Oh, my bicycle decided to lay down again. I'll get it later. That's like 4 times now that the wind's blowing it over. And it doesn't look like there's been much of anybody here in a while. Now I'm wondering if I can get down the road. There's a road here. And someone might be sleeping in there because there's a motorbike. It's also parked right there by the gate. Thing is gate's open. So I could go down, but then I might be pushing back up. So I had to struggle a little, get down this, well, still under development type road. I found it on like a drone footage from Google Maps, but I have to camp somewhere out here. Look at this view though. I had to stop and get this. This is my view for the night. To get here, it didn't look like I was going to be able to access it. The only way I could find it was Google Maps. Like I said, some drone footage. So I'm going to be going down that way to find it. But wow, that is just crazy. Road's not that bad though. You can see other people got out here on their scooters. I'll definitely leave a location for this one. That is a great view. Oh no, I hope this road doesn't drop back down. I'm getting into someone's cornfields. Okay, I'm not sure. Yeah, you should. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see that big old obvious trail right there. But that is called Susanna Sunset Point. You can find it on Google Maps if you want to find this location. There's a scooter right there with 2 helmets. So someone's probably already up there right now. And it looks like someone's doing a little farming. But there is a gazebo up there, like a ponduck gazebo. Kind of like the one right behind me. But this looks like a great spot to camp, to me. And I get a little bit of the protection of that hillside, because if I just go out a little bit farther, look at this. I mean, it's tempting to set up right here, right? Yeah, I know the underbush is here, and it's not too bad though. It's not so thick, but that's a beautiful view. But the wind starts hitting because you no longer have that hill as protection. So although this would be a nice spot for a camp right here, a little bit at a slant, maybe like right here would be perfect. Yeah, the wind would be just smacking me right in the face. So this looks like home, sweet home for the night, guys. I mean, I really don't have much choice. So if I follow the road any farther, it looks like it starts dipping down and going back towards the base. And I could find something, but if I don't find anything, then it's me turning around and pushing back up the hill just to get back up to this spot. So I think I'll go ahead and just set up maybe my tent right here. Basically where my bicycle's at. I mean, this would be good too, but there's roots and rocks that I have to worry about right there. All right, guys, I'm gonna do a little recon. And yeah, this probably be my home sweet home. Oh. Oh, wow. All right, I'm following the trail. I just met someone that coming out of it off this. He says if you follow this trail down, you'll end up coming to a cave, man-made cave, but cave nonetheless. And said only about a 5-minute walk. He said that's who has the scooter. He's like, there's a couple down there. I was like, oh, that's probably the 2 helmets I saw on the scooter. So yeah, I mean, if I'm camping here tonight, which I am, then I might as well burn up a little time. I'm gonna end up with way too much footage, man. Way too much. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to try and keep it under an hour. But I mean, can you blame me, guys? Being so film happy with views like this, I've done a lot of exploration today. Lots of beaches. There it is. No problem. Yeah. And that's the cave, you guys. All right. This is the last spot. I made the corporate decision. When I was up there, I saw this from up where the cave was at. This is a big flat plateau, and that overlooks the ocean. And I decided I'm going to come down and check it out because looks like it's a lot better for camping. And I think I'm right. I mean, not right up against the ledge. I won't get hit with the wind, but this has all been flattened out. Wow, look at that. So I'm not sure if you can see, but right there, that is Susanna Sunset Lookout. That little, that little hill right there. The road drops down, but when I was up there by the cave, I saw this and I saw a guy on a scooter come up a small little access road, and I was like, I think I can get up there. So I came up, and this is way better. There was not much to choose from there, but let's just do a little trip here. Look at all this. This whole area up here. And it was a little bit of a rough road coming down, so I'm not going to have all the kids on scooters and stuff, which a bunch of them just showed up, but I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying that spot's a little more active over there. I could set up right there. This is nice. Yeah, this whole area out here. And look, there's another little road right there. It takes you down to the beach, trails to the beach. Little shack. Yeah. This is it. I scored. I was just taking the risk by coming down here that I might have to push my bicycle back up. But nah, it's awesome. And then I could go through some fields and take some back roads. I can get out going through the farm country this way, and that way I don't have to. It'll cut off a few kilometers, and that'll be in the morning. So yeah, this is it, guys. This is home sweet home. I'm glad I saw this. Look at that, man. It's gonna take me 3 days to edit all this. Gotta clear out the ground. Also gives you an idea of the terrain too. You don't want any rocks after you get your tent up. Then I do have a sleeping pad, but you can also find out where the dips are. Like there's a dip right here. Stay away from that. That'll fill up with water. And there's a major one there. So it looks like it'll be running my tent kind of this way. How much of this garbage I can get out? Well, I'm all set up for the night. As the sun sets here, and I chose the location that offered the most privacy, also along with the biggest wind shelter on the side. But the sun is setting. Right now it's behind them clouds. And hopefully those clouds will move out of the way just long enough. And I chose this spot just because that area was a little busy. That's the trail that goes down. And I scoped it out. But this over here, it just looked a lot more peaceful, you know. So Everybody can drive up over here with their scooters, and I'll stay nicely tucked back there. So, and that's my view for the night, guys. That's a cut.